Okay. Yeah. All right. So listen, I got me and my lovely fiance here. We're going to be doing this Zoom training with you guys, and we're going to be going into a lot of different information. But today we're going to talk about, most importantly, the trial run and why is it so important for the trial run. Nandy, to be honest with you, we work hand in hand. She actually gets a lot of customers. So I want her to share how she gets her customers. And to be honest with you, because of her, that's the reason why my checks are the way they are. So it's like she gets a lot of customers. I get a lot of the agents. I can get customers too, but don't get it twisted. But she be beasting it. So she's going to talk about what she does and how she does it. And maybe you guys can take some notes from how she's killing the game. I mean, when she puts her mind to get, she can get 20 customers a week. But she also has to handle the kids. I mean, I know some of you ladies out there have a family, have kids, so I mean, it could be a little difficult when you're maybe a single mother, or if you just gotta do both, balance it. So, I mean, talk to the viewers. I mean, I know there's a lot of women on here, and shout out to the women because 75% of the top earners in network marketing, they're not men, they're women. So, I mean, if you want, to build a big business, you might want to start going after some of them ladies because that's who's making the money. That's who's making, the big bucks. So let me ask you a few questions. So like, how is your day like? I mean, introduce yourself. I mean, tell the viewers who you are and, tell them your background, what you did before and where you are today.
Well, hello, guys. Hi, good evening. My name is Nandy Alphonse. Some of you may know me as being a goofball, but I do actually take this business very seriously. When I create a goal in my head and I tell myself this is what I want to get for the week, I really get down to it. And sometimes I maybe wait till the last day, but I get it done. Usually I would tell every week I have a different goal. So this week I had 2 agents and 3 customers. It may not sound like a lot, but I mean, I do have a lot going on in my schedule. So getting that makes me feel, as if it just makes me feel like I did something. And I'm very happy for that. So a little bit about myself. My name is Nandy Alphonse. I'm 29 years old. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I reside here in Florida. This is my fiance. And I got started in this credit repair business because I really needed it. My credit score was a 534, really, really horrible. Yeah. We were both trying to get a car. I was getting denied, both trying to get a house. I mean, not a house, but an apartment. And Sawgrass, they don't play. Like, if you don't have that 650 credit score, they was not trying to hear me. So I had to literally figure it out. And when this opportunity was presented to me, I said, why not? I like money and I wanted a credit score. So I did it. And today my credit score is a 742. It's not necessarily where I want it to be, but I really do see the progress and I'm excited. So don't want to talk too much about me. I'm going to get really into how I get my customers. And I mainly get it.
But so talk to them. I mean, like you got 2 kids.
Yeah.
How do you balance being a mom?
I don't know. There's no way for me to tell you how I can balance because I really don't know. There's some days I want to pull my hair out, and then there's some days where it's actually easy flowing. I have a 1-year-old and an 8-year-old, and it's really tough. I'm not even gonna sit here and make it seem as if it's all peaches. I mean, Bruce really does help me out a lot. Before we used to bicker back and forth because he is the breadwinner, but I explained to him, like, listen, I got to do this too. I want to go shopping. So, I mean, and how to get that done, he helps me out. Like, sometimes he sees me like, listen, I'm going to do this while you take that call. Things like that, I really appreciate it because that one call can be that one agent that signs up and blows up. And so, I'm very grateful for you. You really do help me.
Oh, I appreciate it. Now, here's the thing. The way we do this, we don't do it like she's totally opposite from me. Like the way she talks to customers, I don't talk to customers. So this is to tell you this. You cannot say the right thing to the wrong person. And you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. All right? We're not in the convincing business. We're in the exposing business. So if someone's going to do it, they're going to do it. If they're not going to do it, they ain't nothing. Listen, you could say the best pitch. They ain't doing it. It could be, boy, you could be the best pitcher playing for the Dodgers. They still ain't hitting. Right? Yes. So just when in doubt, just it's all about exposure. It's about talking to as many people. But we're going to talk about how to get more people, because some of you guys been posting on your Instagram, but you've been pitching the same 262 friends for the last 365 days. And they've been seeing your posts like 300 and 262 days, and they're getting tired of seeing your posts. So, Nandy, like, talk to the viewers, like, how you went from 0 followers to almost 20,000 followers. How did you do that? Well, like, and then, I mean, there's some people, they're struggling, man. They got the same 200 friends for the last 10 years. How did you grow your Instagram?
Well, I actually have 17.4, not 20. I wish I did. But, yeah, I started because my previous business, I used to own a bar service called Mixed Bartenders. And in that business, I needed exposure. In any business, you need exposure. So in order to do so, I started hashtagging random things. I could hashtag California. I could hashtag real estate. I could hashtag donuts, anything. And then I start following those people. You don't want to follow your friend's friends, because you could easily get your friend to repost something on their page to her friends. So you want to get organic followers, real followers. Don't use these apps where they say they're going to promise you this amount of followers. Get it on your own. Each day you should have a goal of getting 100 people. When you get 100 people, you can feel like, okay, I did something. Don't ever go a day in your business not working on your business. Right. So if you're going to get 100 people, that can at least say that's what you did. So even if you're working a 9 to 5, get 100 people. And then you have to do it in a sequence. You can't do 100 people. Like if you do it, Instagram is going to block you.
Yes.
So you might want to do maybe 20 each, every now and then in intervals. So one every 5 minutes, one every, just try to do it in different segments, because if you do it all at once, you're going to get blocked. So.
Yeah, I think it's maybe do maybe 3 or 5 every minute. Like you just do maybe 5 or 10, yeah. And then you stop. And then you give it maybe a 10, 15 minute break. You do another 10, and then stop. Because if you keep doing it too fast, you will get blocked from Instagram for sending out friend requests. Correct. So that's how you built it. You basically just went and used hashtags?
Yeah, you don't have to know these people and they don't have to know you. It's social media. So you also, when you're following these people, you want to make sure that you have quality pictures. Make sure your pictures is with a good phone. Don't use an Android. Sorry.
No,
Android does take good pictures. I'm lying.
The new S takes some really good.
But make sure the clarity is there. You want people to look at you as a professional. You don't have to be in a suit. Remember, you're marketing you. Be you. I have dreads in my hair right now. I might have a bob in my hair the next week. The moral of the story is be you, but also be marketable. Don't have orange hair now. You want to also be corporate, where people can be like, I trust you. Yes. And the way to be for people to trust you is for you to have similarities to them, but also be in a looks of corporate. You don't want to be too flashy or too out there. And it's
Now, I see some people that all they post is credit. What would you tell to some of the people where they just flood their Instagram?
No, do not do that. You want to market you. At the end of the day, people are joining because of you. So what you put out about you says a lot. And I said this before, actually on my Facebook Live. I said, I got scammed out of this one guy because he was a comedian and I paid him money to market my material. And he took my money and ran. And the reason being, I blame myself, not even him. And the reason being is because when I look at his content, when I look at his page, everything is funny videos. I see nothing about him, nothing about his family, nothing about what he likes to do. So his page showed no substance. It just showed it could have been a scam, but I didn't see it. The followers were real. I looked at all of that. But because he didn't show me him, I don't know who he is as a person. So you want to show people that you have substance, things that you like to do, things that you like. goals that you want to achieve. People can relate to these things. And when they can relate to these things, then they want to be like you or be near you, and they find you to be trustworthy.
Absolutely. So you're saying showing your family is a good thing.
Yes.
There's some people that are private.
Okay, that's another thing about this industry. You cannot be private. I'm sorry. If you're private, this is maybe not for you. You have to show everything, the good, the ugly, the everything, because people want to see your success. If they just see, oh, you're doing good, you're doing this, they're going to be like, okay, she's a show off, or, but when they see your growth, when they can see where you came from, I mean, people saw me from booty shorts to being in a club to now, to then doing Forex and learning about
the stock market.
Yeah, I just went brain blank. So learning about not the stock market, but learning about different. God, I'm really blaming. Okay, just learning about different trends, different trades, learning about we're not gonna go there. But yeah, and then now they see you doing credit. They're like, whoa, where did this girl come from? How does she know credit? Well, because I self-educated myself. I also want to sound smart when I'm speaking to my clients. You want to know things. You want to know that you can't go over 30% of your utilization. You want to know these things. You want to know your math too. If you have $500, you don't want to go over 170 around that area. If you don't know your math, they're gonna be like, dang, this girl is really not smart. You have to really be smart.
And, you can go on your protection plan and just start studying your back office.
Yeah.
There's two websites. One is for your business and one is for the protection plan. And the protection plan has a lot of great nuggets and notes you can take down, which makes you sound like you're smart. And if you sound like you know what you're talking about, hey, man, I'm going to just buy from you.
Yeah. But you don't have to know everything now. It's okay to say, you know what? I don't know, but I can get back with you. Because a person who knows everything really knows nothing. So no one likes to know it all either. But It does sound good when you know certain things, because at the end of the day, you're in an industry about credit. So you should learn about credit.
Absolutely. So talk to them about how to, what's your system? What's your regimen as far as getting customers? What do you do to get so many customers?
Well, I have a goal. Each week, as I said before, I have a goal as to what I want to do. So last, 2 weeks ago, I said I want to get 8 customers for the week. I mean, sometimes I lowball and sometimes I pitch really high. So I say 8 customers. In order to do that, you have to say it out loud. You have to write it down. And when you wake up in the morning, you have to, thank your higher power and also thank 8 customers. You have to be obsessed to the point where that's all you think of. You're not thinking about getting the sale. You're thinking genuinely about helping 8 people. So tell yourself you're helping 8 people, not getting $800 or whatever you're charging them for. You want to actually help them. And then you know what? You have to talk to a lot of people. You're not going to just talk to 8 people. You want to talk to at least 25 to 30 people. And the reason being is because the more people you talk to, the more exposure, the more because not everyone's going to join that day, or some people just don't want to do it point blank. So you can't feel bad. You have to let go of your feelings. Take your heart, put it aside and say, listen, I'm in business mode. Because if you really put your heart on your sleeves, this is not for you. You have to be told no. Absolutely.
So, I mean, I see you do a lot of posting.
Yes, I post a lot. So you see where Bruce said, when we were talking about don't flood your Instagram. Okay, you do, but to a certain extent, because I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. My name is Nandy Candy. Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that there's a lot. Well, you want to make your page for me, I say pretty because I'm a girl. So I put it in a sequence. So I'll put maybe picture, quote. Picture, quote. I'm not saying you necessarily have to do that, but you want to put it in a pattern or something that people will be like, oh my God, I like going to this person's page, or whatever the reason may be. Right. So you want to then, once you got your whole sequence thing going, flood it for the day. Flood. Credit repair. And you know what? At the end of the day, you take it all down. You take all the credit repair stuff down because you don't want your page to be cluttered and just too much credit. But you want to flood it because remember, Facebook moves off of an algorithm. So once it moves off the algorithm, it's new people going to be seeing your stuff. So you want to get people to comment, different people to comment, because the more people who comment, they're going to likely see your things more often. So put things where comment agent, comment credit, comment something, because the more they comment, the more they're going to be seeing your content.
Absolutely. And I mean, you've been killing the game with that.
Yeah, of course. Because again, I like money and I like helping people. So in order to do so, I have to flood, expose. I just got my hairstylist, her sister came to me for credit repair. Her score went up 115 points in a month. You know what I did? I made her post it. I made her sister post it. I even posted. I posted so many times that people maybe got sick of me. But the point is, I want people to see that they get results.
Right. And guys, you know, it's funny because we're into the exposing. And another thing we do for the credit, we do this thing called start high, sell low. Like we'll start at the 188, but we'll probably sell them at the 89 because everybody wants a discount. Because I'd rather have 10 89s. Think about it. That's $12 in residual income plus I get to trigger cabs than 2 188s, right? I mean, and you make more money from the cabs. So some of you guys have been trying to strong arm people for 188 when you could have had $89.
Yeah.
It's called, you could catch more bees with honey than you can with vinegar. I'm sorry. So that's just our method, start high, sell low, and we get tons of customers.
Yeah, you should have tons of customers just sitting in your holding tank. If you don't see at least 5 or 6 or 7, you're not doing something right.
And here's another thing we do. We say, listen, if you start before or Saturday or Friday, we're having a promotion where you can get enrolled. Instead of paying $188, it's just $89 a month. Do you want to do this during the promotion or after the promotion? They always like, during.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And that's how we get a lot of them. And sometimes, man, you get like a lot of 138s too.
Yeah, I don't usually pitch the 188. I mean, 138 is my thing, but I always tell them, listen, if you can't get in today, it's gonna be a total of 138. And then they're like, in their head, they're psychologically thinking, okay, 89, 138, sheesh, I want to save that $50. So I mean, I'll hit him with the 89. Don't get me wrong. I'm never too proud to say such and such because I'm at the title. Whereas if I do trigger that cab, I get like $460,
$500.
Yeah,
$500.
it's like
so those are cabs. I mean, plus if you're struggling for your 5 people, dude, man, get them at 89.
I don't understand how people need their 5 and they just charging 188. I know you stressing for the cash, but I'm telling you,
get that
patience.
Payment out of the way. Yeah,
patience.
If you got a free business, once I got a free business, then I'm hitting people for 188. I won't have nothing to lose after that. But I'd rather start high, sell low, get that payment out of the way, get my 5 people. If you haven't got your 5 people, you should be doing this start high, sell low method.
And also follow up with people. Just because you got them signed up, it's good to make sure within a week, hey, have you signed up with the protection plan? Have you, used your smart credit? Have you used your LifeLock? Help them, walk them through step by step. I know it sounds time consuming and you're like, what is customer service for? But when you genuinely show them that you care, guess what? They're going to be like, oh, this person really cares for me. If they're not even getting results, just be like, hold on for 6 months. You got to not necessarily false promise them, but just say, hold on. You only been for 3 months. Wait 3 more months. You got to talk to them, be their friend. They just want to feel like they're included in something. So
how do you follow up with people who haven't gotten started? How about that?
Are you still serious about getting your credit fixed or no? It depends about who you are as a person. Like me, I'm like, okay, I could be very, very goofy and nice. And then I could be like, where's my money type attitude. So I'm going to follow up with you like, are you still serious about your credit? Do you still want your credit fixed or not? Do you still need my services? If you do not, then okay, tell your friend.
Hey, that worked for her, man.
It works for me.
That's the women. Women can do that, guys. And I can't be doing that issue.
Guys can do it too, but it's how respectfully you do it. Like, see how I'm saying it in the tone I'm saying it in? I'm not technically writing in it that way, but you can tell, like, I'm like, what's up? Like, what do you need? So, okay, I'm done.
All right, now you killing again. That's how she follow up strong. Usually I'll just say, hey, I sent you an application and I see, you haven't got registered. Did you still want, like on Instagram, if I gave you that discount for $89 and you haven't signed up yet, you know what I do? I go back to the message and I delete it. The link's no more there. You can't do that on Facebook. But on Instagram, once you send that link, you can go back, delete the link, not there now. They're going to see the link gone. They're going to be like, oh, shit, this nigga really deleted the link. Then they're going to be like, hey, is that promotion still there? It depends. I'll be like, listen, I'm going to call my sales director and see if I can still get you that discount. Give me 10 minutes. I ain't calling no sales director. And then I say, hey, listen, the link is going to be open for 2 hours. You got to enroll within the next 2 hours. Do you want to take advantage of that? The link open, I give them 2 hours. If they don't enroll, guess what? I delete it again. Next time is 188. So these are little tricks and things that I do. Like I said, you could do that on, it works on Instagram. It don't work on Facebook. Once you send them that link, no matter if you try to delete, it's still going to be there. So on Instagram, you could delete the link and it's no longer there. So anything else you want to share before we get into the trial room?
Not necessarily, just consistency. Also, don't just post a lot one day and then don't think you're not supposed to do it the next day. You have to continuously do it every day for a week straight, and you're gonna see. Even it's called planting seeds. You may not get it right then and there, but trust me, they see, and that's all you want. You want that exposure. So that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for tuning in.
No, you good.
No,
it's
me.
You can stay right here, babe.
Okay.
All right. So guys, another thing that I do is when it comes to presenting, you guys want to focus on exposure. And I always say this, not recruiting. So talk about friends or family members. Rather than trying to, we call this backdoor recruiting. Front door recruiting means when you're trying to directly recruit someone. Backdoor recruiting means when you're going through the back door, you're not really directly saying, I want you to get in, but you're going towards him and he's going to come back and say, hey, well, I want to do it. And I'm going to give you a prime example. So for an example, let's just say I reached out to one of my friends and I would say, hey, Nandy, I just launched my new project right here in the Fort Lauderdale area. And I'm looking for some key people who want to help with expanding it. The last time, we did this project, there's some friends of mine that made like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. I know this is clearly not for you because you're doing your bar services and you're making a lot of big money. But listen, if you can help me out by pointing me in the right direction and the type of people I'm looking for with my project, this could be mutually profitable for the both of us. I mean, listen, I know you're busy. I'm busy. Let's get together for lunch so I can show you exactly what I'm looking for. How does that sound?
Sure.
Sounds good, right? Now, you see how I did that? I backdoored her, right? And I'm going to send that script to you guys so, you can use it for yourself. We call that backdoor recruiting, where you're not really going to the person, per se. Hold on, let me do this for everyone. It's
like you're top rooting. You're basically wanting to know their people, but of course they're going to say me. So that's basically, I guess you can use the word top rooting.
And you can say, listen, I don't have a lot of time to get into it because they're going to want to know what it's about. Listen, I don't have a lot of time. And you always want to say, I'm in a hurry. Listen, I'm actually going to go pick up the kids. Hey, listen, I'm about to go to the airport. Let's get together for lunch so I can show you exactly what I'm looking for. How does that sound? Now, when you sit with the person, you bring your 1 to 10 presentation. I don't know if I have it on me. 1 to 10 presentation. You bring your 1 to 10 presentation, and you say, hey, listen, this is the project I'm looking to launch. And then what you want to do like the Bible do, tell a lot of stories. When I got started, I had 3 stories. You want to do everything in 3s. My 3 stories was Alfred, Lakeisha Marion, and Nicola Smith Jackson. So I would have all their Instagrams ready. So I would say, listen, so this is the project I'm looking to launch, and I would have my little 1 to 10. I will go into it. I will talk about the services. I would talk about the agent, the commission, and I would say, who do you know that's in real estate? Who do you know that's that does taxes? Who do you know that's looking to make part-time income? Who do you know that's looking to, who's in the credit industry? So as I'm doing that, then I say, listen, the last 8 people who started this business, these are the type of people. And I start going on their Instagram and I start saying, hey, this lady right here, her name is Nicola Smith Jackson. She's been doing this for over 5 years. She's doing over $311,000 a month. She's a former hairstylist. You want to tell the stories. When I present to people, most of my presentation is not really presenting. It's really me getting to know the person, if it's a stranger, or me just telling a lot of stories. Saying, hey, I know this person. This is what he's been doing. And I tell their testimony. I share a lot of testimonies when I speak to people. I don't really just do a lot of talking into the presentation. I share the story and I say, listen, who do you know? If you can point me in the right direction, this can be mutually profitable for the both of us. Then he might say, listen. And I say, well, listen, do me a favor. why don't you put this on your social media? If we can get some people interested, listen, we can share this could be eventually be profitable for the both of you. Then you can pay him a commission, or that can start lowering him in. You might say, hey, I might want to do the business. So now I'm going to talk about the trial run. All right. So those are just ways. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys real quick. Boom. All right. So let me bring up my PowerPoint. I didn't want to use this. Hold on. All right. So let's use the PowerPoint here. All right. So qualifying your prospect. Now, most of you guys are going to run into people who give you a whole bunch of buffale excuses.
You Haitian now?
Listen, I guess I'm Haitian today, baby. African, whatever. A lot of them going to give you a lot of excuses. And listen, that's fine. And remember, this is not about getting people to get in. You want to focus on the network. If you focus on the network, you will get your net worth. If you focus on the net worth, you will never get the network. Hopefully you guys get that, right? Some people, listen, they're going to be, we call them hand-me-downs. You enroll those hand-me-downs. But then there's going to be some people, a lot of people, where you want to start building your pipeline. Every single one of you need to have a candidate list. And if you don't have a candidate list, this is where you start writing down phone numbers of names of people who are either on a trial, right? Or that maybe, you know, they want to make the team. See, the NFL, right, which is the National Football Association, they have thousands of people who try out for the NFL, but only 22 people make the team. There's companies today that are hiring vice presidents. They have hundreds of people who fill out applications, thousands of people who fill out applications, but only 1 or 2 vice presidents get hired. Why do you want everybody who say agent, you want to sign them up? Why do you want to do that? Some of them don't even qualify. Listen, if you can't lead me to anybody, and if they can't lead you to anybody, why would you want to sign them up? Why waste that person's money, and why waste your time? And you wonder why people drop out your business. You want to have people who can lead you to people. If they can't lead you to people, why do you want to sign them up? This is why they need to go on a trial, right? Listen, this is Harvard University. They rejected 31,769 people, which means they only accepted 3.1%, which is 1,031 people. Guys, they don't accept everybody. Why do you? That's what I'm trying to find out. So you want to start filling your pipeline with possibilities, right? People, you want to fill the bean jar. You want to start going through and start getting a memory jar. People at church, your babysitter, your chiropractor, your dentist, you know, your dietitian, your accountant. Who do you know that's at the bingo club, right? So people talk about recruiting, but there is no such thing as recruiting. You want to have a lot of possibilities. So what I do, this is what I do. When I want to recruit 30 or 40 people a month, this is what I do. I set a goal, right? Of talking to 20 people a day. And I know Erica said it. If you guys want to recruit 20 people a month, listen to what I'm telling you to do. Find 20, just put up a post, right? I'm going to show you what post you might want to put up. Put up one of these 3 posts right here, right? Let's just say you want to get agent. You can put this post up right here for the agent post. And once you start talking to them, you want to hit them up with maybe a message saying, hey, I saw you wanted more information on being an agent, where you're located. And then another message I send them I usually just send them a short message saying, hey, we work with a franchise that does credit repair. We don't actually fix anyone's credit. The company does. All we do is we send people. We have a system that generates leads. We send people to the company. The company fixes the credit. We get paid. Does it sound like something you can do? Keep it short and simple. That's my pitch, right? Now, what you do is from there is you want to say, well, listen, not everybody qualifies for doing what we do. What we want to do is we want to do a trial run. So this is the next thing I say right here. What we want to do is we want to do a trial run. So before you actually start promoting your business, right? Before you join the business, by the time you launch your business, you're going to have a pipeline of leads that's ready to get enrolled. How does that sound? Right? So, hey, listen, I want to think about it. That's cool. I had to think about it too. So what we do, why don't we do it this? We're going to actually start doing a trial. Let's just start promoting the business. So before you join the business, by the time you launch your business, you have a pipeline of leads that's ready to get enrolled to actually start the business. How does that sound? This is, you know what I do? I tell people, listen, don't worry about the money. I don't want you to waste your money, and I don't want you to waste your time. So let's do a trial run first. So by the time you actually join the business, you actually have a pipeline of leads that's ready to get started. Then you give them a post. You give them a post to put up. Tell them you're going to do 2 campaigns. You're going to do 2 ads. Give them 2 ads, one for agents, one for customers, right? The one for agents, you could use this one here on the left. The one for customers, you can use the one in the middle or the one on the right, right? Now for all the customers, now when they put up the post, you want to be the first one who comment on the post. Now for all their customers, you know what I'm doing? I do the start high, sell low method. Why? Because it's easier for me to get the 89s. So when I do that, now it creates belief to the person who's on the trial that the business work. You won't have to convince someone if the business work because they see that the business work. And even if they don't join the business, guess what? You got 2 new customers on people you would have never enrolled if you never had that person expose the business.
Explain to them why you start, what did you say, start high and then go low? Explain to them that.
Well, because most of the customers, I want to show that person who's on a trial that I can close these people out.
No. Tell them exactly why.
Everybody wants discounts.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a discount.
But tell them why it's not reversed, though.
What do you mean?
Tell them why you don't start low.
Oh, well, if you start low, then they're going to want lower. If you start at 89, then they want it at 59.
So don't tell anyone 89 because then they're going to say, when is your discount?
Right. And let them know it only lasts till Saturday. So my goal is to try to close his network, maybe try to close 2 customers out of them, right? Now I go back to you and say, listen, your cousin want to sign up to get her credit fixed. Do you want me to sign her up or do you want to get enrolled? And you already got 1 out of 5 people to go. So now you're going to have now we just need 4 more people to get your Strive for 5. We already got 2 customers enrolled. Now we only need 3.
Yeah.
It creates excitement. It creates belief for the new person who's on a trial. I don't have to close her to say the business worked. She's going to want to get enrolled because she see that the business worked, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So the prospect, you want to make sure you send the prospect a photo. Every person you talk to should be posting for you. This is free advertising, right? What's the name of the company? Fashion Nova?
Mm-hmm.
They do it. They got everybody posting for free, right? Now imagine if every person you talked to on the phone, every person you spoke to, you told them this pitch right here. Hey, listen, what we're going to do, we're going to do a trial. Don't worry about the money right now. Let's start and just do a trial. So before you join the business, right, by the time you launch your business, you will have a pipeline of leads that's ready to get enrolled before you actually start the business. What if you told everybody this? Did you know that everybody would probably say, that sounds good? Everyone will start promoting. You get to their network. Now, this is the system I want everyone to do. You want to do something called the PS3 method, which means after they pique the interest, you need to get on the phone and do it with the new agent. You need to close their prospects down, and you tell that agent who's on a trial run, right? So a lot of you guys, this is what you guys are doing. You guys are trying to do everything yourself. It's better to do it when it's a third-party validation. Set appointments with that person. Set appointments with your upline. If you're brand new in the business and you're closing your own sales by yourself and you're not a sales director and above, listen, you're not doing yourself any justice. When I got started, Alfred was doing a lot of three-way calls for me. He was doing a lot of three-way calls. I didn't talk to nobody. You guys got to get good at getting yourself out the way. You're doing too much talking, right? Your friends may like you. They might trust you, but they're not going to respect you as a business person. They're not going to respect you as a credit consultant. They don't know you for that. So why all of a sudden you trying to become an expert in something that you just started in? Get yourself out of the way. Get an upline. Get a business partner on the line. It's better to have 2 different energies on the phone. Sometimes 3, right? The more energies you have on the phone, the better the prospect's going to feel, because they're going to be like, okay, they're hearing it from different points of view rather than just your own, right? So you want to send that prospect a photo, have them tag 40 to 50 people to the post. If you want to screenshot that, y'all can screenshot that. This is the post. You want to have the prospect or the agent that's on the trial run. You want to tell them to check their inbox immediately, right? So you got the prospect doing this, right? Man, I'm telling you, listen, let me tell you the numbers. Listen, I'm going to show y'all some straight numbers right here. Let me get out of this real quick. Let's just say hypothetically, let's do some numbers. Let's just say we put up a post and we got 5 people interested, right? Mm-hmm. Now, out of those 5 people got 5 people interested, right? Huh? So that's 5 times 5 is what? 25. Now you got 25 new leads. Now let's just say hypothetically, you put those 25 people on a trial run and every single one of them got 5 people. That's now 125 people. Now, if you want more leads, you do the same thing. Guys, are you following me right here? This is all I do, right? I just put people on trial runs because the more people I talk to, the more possibilities I have. Now it gets to the point where you talk to so much people that the people who you spoke to 2 weeks ago sign up next week. You know why you're not getting signups? Because you don't have enough possibilities. You don't have enough people who you spoke to last week. You don't have no people who you spoke to last month because you ain't talking to nobody. Listen, it's free for them to expose the business. Let them know, hey, this is a trial. I want to make sure that you don't waste your money and you don't waste my time. Now, at the end of the day, if they don't get in, you don't lose anything, right? This is why I said that. So let me get back to this real quick. Have them send you the numbers or have them book an appointment and edify you, right? Have them edify you. You can do a 3-way call validation. Even if they send you the names and numbers, you don't want to be doing it for them. You want to do it with them, right? With them. If you're doing it all the work for them and they're not hearing you how you're doing the calls, they will not learn how to do it for themselves. We're teaching people. See, when Alfred was doing the calls with me, you know what Alfred told me to do? Take notes. So once I'm on the call and I'm hearing him close my people, I'm taking notes. You want to tell your new agents to do the same thing. Listen, this is the system. Peak interest, 3-way call. Peak interest, 3-way call. Teach your team to do the same thing. Peak interest, 3-way call. Peak interest, 3-way call. You got an agent who wants more information? Peak interest, 3-way call. People, it's going to take 3. What's 3? Which means they might have to see it 3 times for it to make sense. The first time they're going to see it, they're not going to understand nothing. The second time they see it, they're going to understand something they never understood the first time. The third time they see it, fireworks is going to go off. They're going to be like, man, this is gold. It takes multiple exposure for people to get it, right? And stop following up with people saying, hey, are you ready to get started? I don't follow up like that, and neither should you. This is how you should follow up with people, right? Testimonies. The facts tell, the stories sell. Stop following up with people sounding like a desperate pig. You are not desperate. We don't need anybody. You want to sound like more as if, hey, listen, testimonies. If you're following up with a credit repair expert, tell a testimony. Share results.
Or if you're following up with someone through a trial run, you know what you do? You make sure you tag that person because you want them to keep seeing your post. You want them to just get sick of you to the point where they just delete you because you want to know if you're wasting your time. So tag them. And I don't like when people say, I don't want to tag people. Why are you scared to tag people? Tagging people is just like talking to people. If they find it insulting or they don't like it, delete them and move on to the next. And never get excited about someone who says they're going to sign up on Friday or they're going to sign up on this day. You should be already looking at it like, I'm on to the next. Even when you get an agent, don't get me wrong, train them, but you're still on to the next. Because if you rely on one person cannot build your whole organization.
Nope.
So
one person cannot definitely build your organization. And guys, even if 5 people say they're going to sign up Friday, don't believe them.
No.
Don't believe them. You need to have all 5 people promoting the business before they join the business. So if you got all 5 people promoting before they join, they're going to get leads. You're going to start talking to their leads as customers. And even if they bail out on you by Friday, you got new possibilities that you just enrolled in your business. Who cares if they get in? Yeah. And if they can't lead you to nobody, why would you want to sign them up?
Because they're not going to get anybody.
Right.
So you're doing yourself and them a favor. Because you're doing yourself a favor from getting a retraction. And then they're doing themselves a favor for not having to spend the $288.
And do some launch parties. Like me and Nandy, it's not all on Facebook, right? We do parties at our house. We do parties at Dunkin' Donuts where there's drinks, there's food. People love parties. You can't get me wrong. People love a party. Say, listen, we're having a business launch party. We're going to have entrepreneurs. We're going to have realtors. We're going to have a lot of people who do different things. And we're going to have a guy who's coming in that's going to talk about entrepreneurship. He's going to also talk about how you can get your credit fixed for free. I know some people who their credit score went from a 400 to an 800. And I got a lot of my friends who's coming over, and I want to know if I invited you, would you come by? If I would you. That's it. People love parties, right? We're going to have food, drinks. Come on by, right? And we talk about the business. They get exposure. We put them on trial runs, and we move on to the next. We just add them to the list, right? And we follow up with them with results. Now, when I follow up with agents, you know what I do? I follow up with stories. Hey, I go on Alfred's Instagram. I take a picture of him. I go to events. I take a picture with the top leaders. And I say, hey, this is Nicole. Remember that lady Nicole I talked to you about? This is her in the picture. She's doing $130,000 a month. She lives in Atlanta. Hey, remember that guy Alfred I spoke to you about? He just bought a Rolls Royce. He's 26 years old. He stays out in California. Just got married. This guy is killing it. This is his Instagram. Hey, listen, this guy only been in the business for about 2.5 years. Man, listen, I can guarantee you, man, when we partner up, we're gonna kill this business together, man. I hope you're having a great morning. I follow up with stories, not facts, not begging them to do it. I just keep killing them with stories. Hey, this is Lakeisha Marion. She got 7 foreclosures removed off of her credit report. Man, I know you said you wanted to get your credit fixed. I can't wait to us to partner up together so we can help you out as well. Help you having a great afternoon.
Yeah.
Anything you want to leave?
Remember when people say they're why to you, because remember you're seeing if they are worth your time. So when you're like seeing if they're worth it, you're asking them questions, and you need to use their why and find someone who's relatable. So you see how he says, tell stories. So if someone said that they were facing foreclosures, you know that you want to give Lakeisha's story. You know that you would want to give Tiffany Allen's story. You need to know the people that you're in business with. Rub shoulders with them. Find out what their story is, because it's not about you. I don't have to advertise Bruce got a Lamborghini. That's not important.
Nope.
They don't care about you. They want to know, but what did the company do for other people?
Yep.
So talk about other people. Show results. Show, even if it's just a 15-point increase. Say, whoa, can you believe in this short amount of time this person got this increase?
Yes.
And you don't have to just keep going towards agents. Agents. You don't need that. Get customers. I'm telling you, customers you can make $100,000 for the year off of customers. Did you know that?
Yes.
If you guys missed that training in Cali, trust me, they broke it down. Customers are important. So stick with what you're good at. You don't have to be good at everything. You don't even have to be a great presenter.
Nope.
You don't see me presenting all the time because I got a loose tongue. So I'm going to say some things. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm good at. Stick with your strong stuff. You don't have to be good at everything.
And you don't have to be, because at the end of the day, all we need is 5 people who want more out of life. 5 people who want more. And how do you do that? When you're in a conversation, especially if you're looking to enroll agents, your conversation should be getting to meet a new friend, right? You want to build a relationship with someone. The conversation should be knowing their goals, their wants, their needs. What's their reasoning for wanting to get into business for themselves? It shouldn't be all about this. Yeah. It should be you getting to know them, because the more you're into someone else is the more they're going to be into you, right? If the person buys into you, if they buy if they like you, they buy because they trust you. They don't buy into the company. They don't buy into the comp plan. They don't buy because Bruce got a Lamborghini. They buy because you're genuine. And you know how you bring the bars down? How you bring the guards down? Say, listen, I would love for you to get, for us to partner up together, but why don't we do this? Why don't we just do a trial? Why don't we launch the business and try the business out, so by the time you launch your business, you have a pipeline of leads. Let's try the system out. Let's see if we can get some people interested. That is, people, they want to buy, but they don't want to be sold. Nobody wants to be sold on nothing. You don't want to be sold on nothing. I don't want to be sold on nothing. I hate to be sold, but I like to buy. I like to buy a lot of things. So you know how you bring the salesman stuff on? Stop trying to get them in. Say, listen, just try it out. Listen, don't worry. Listen, I don't want you to waste I tell people that all the time. I don't want you to waste your 288. And I don't want you to waste my time. Let's try the business out. So by the time you join the business, you have a pipeline of leads. That brings the sales guards down. They're like, oh man, this dude really care about me. This dude's genuine. So now they're like, okay, I trust you because you care about me not losing my money. I trust you and I like you. You're a cool dude. You want to help me. Let's find a way. Here's one of my key things. Listen, let's find out what your rent is. Let's find out what your mortgage is. What if we can set up a game plan to get your mortgage not only paid for next month, but for the rest of the year? Let's set up a game plan to get your car payment paid, right? Not only for next month, for the rest of the year. What if we can show you a way where we can get that eliminated? What would that do for you? It don't have to be 10 grand a month. It could be the smallest things, such as their light bill, their phone bill, their daycare, right? It could be that small. If they can get their rent paid for, you know what that would do for somebody? Someone has their hand up. Hey, listen, let's read some of these comments here. So, let's see here. You challenge the person to get the money you sign them up. The person, great info. Wow. All right. So, let's deal with all that. Our cameras are on. All right. So, anybody have any questions? Guys, listen, you want to get 30 recruits? Let me tell you the numbers.
We have answered all the questions.
We answered all the questions?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we
did.
Hey, Bruce, this is Robert, of course, from Los Angeles. Am I able to get a hold of this slideshow and show it to my team, or is that possible?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Okay, I really appreciate it. I want to break it down to them. I know I'm speaking for everybody else. Absolutely amazing Zoom call. A lot of things I even caught myself, as a sales director, I've caught myself doing it, and I appreciate you, y'all, both of y'all, explaining the way y'all did it. So thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. See, Robert, what I want you guys to focus on is activity, not results. You cannot control you guys, you're trying to control things you cannot control. You can't control signups, but you know what you can control? Activity. If you get enough activity, you get more signups. But if you don't get no activity, you're not going to get no signups. Why do you think I recruit so much people? because I got so much activity. I'm like, I got so much leads. I got so many three-way calls. I got tons of activity. And if your whole group is gotten activity, they're doing launch parties. They're doing one-on-ones. I'm at Starbucks. I got people who I met from Facebook. I'm saying, hey, listen, meet me down the street. I sit down with them. I go through the launch, and all I do is I share testimonies. And they like, I'm in. We sat down with someone today who been watching you on Instagram for how long? She's been watching her on Instagram.
But she's cool.
But she's
Shout out
cool.
to you
Shout
for
out.
watching.
Yeah, right. So it's just, you got to share, you know, your passion. You got to be real. You can't be fake because nobody want to join nobody fake.
Hey, Bruce.
What's up, man?
Yo, can you go back to that screen with the when people are doing trial runs and it says check inbox? Can you go back to that real quick?
Sure. All right. So let me bring this up for you. Can you see my screen?
I can just see you guys real quick.
All right. So you want me to share my screen with the check inbox? All right. So let me go back to that. Let me put you guys back on mute. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it now. So I wanted to point out something real quick for everybody who's listening to this. Whenever you're going to tell people, hey, check your inbox, you want to make sure that you don't use the same wording all the time. You want to switch it up. You might want to say, like, check your inbox, check your messages. I just sent you some information because it can easily get targeted as spam.
Yep.
And it's going to get you, it's going to stop you from actually getting to send the messages to people. So you want to mix up the words. Even when you send people messages in an inbox and you want to send them a message, you want to make sure you don't just send the same copy-paste text because it's going to be registered as a spam. So you want to add the person's name in there, switch up the words here and there from time to time, just so that Facebook doesn't recognize it as like a repetitive message. If that makes sense.
Yes, and guys, have some home parties. I've had people, we got a lot of people who do home parties, and you want to invite your mentor. You can even invite your mentor on a Zoom call just to do a short part of the presentation. If your mentor is not in the state, like, this is a big part in building the business. I'm telling you, you get a lot of exposure. Even if they can't sign up that day, you know what we do? We put them on a trial run, right? And the next following day, we start talking to their people, and we start creating curiosity. We start creating that launch. And I'm telling you, this is how you get a lot of people to join your business. You guys do not have enough trial runs going on. You know how I know? Because you're not a vice president. That's how I know.
Hey, Bruce. Bruce, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Okay, can you at least put the script in that you told us to say before the trial run? Like at the very, very beginning, what you normally say is like so catchy. And I mean, I couldn't catch it all. And I was trying to see if you can at least put it like in the comments for us.
You're talking about the one that's in the slide?
Before the slides start. And you ask them, how did you say it? Oh, goodness, I can't even
evaluate it?
Yes.
Oh, I think I did send that too. All right. I'm gonna send you guys some stuff that can pique some people's interest. So
okay, thank you so much.
All right, no problem. Let me send that to you now.
By the way, y'all power couple. Love that.
Yeah.
So the one that I'm gonna put into the comments, into the messages, this is something I say over the phone. I just call a friend of mine, hey Drew, hey John, hey Nandy, I just launched a new project and I'm excited. Hey, listen, I'm actually looking to launch it right here in the Fort Lauderdale area. And I'm looking for a couple of key people to help me expand it. The last time this project was done, I got friends of mine that were doing $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. I clearly know, Nandy, that you're already making a lot of money doing your bar business, and this isn't for you. But if you can help me out, Nandy, by pointing me in the right direction on the people who I'm looking for, listen, this could be mutually profitable for the both of us. Listen, I'm actually running out the door to go pick up my kids. Why don't we do this? We get together for lunch so I can show you what I'm doing.
And make sure, guys, it doesn't sound so
Scripted, right.
The way he's saying it in his tone and the way he would say it.
Correct.
You can make it sound like you. It doesn't have to sound like you don't want to sound robotic.
Nope.
We are not a call center. We are real,
Real
people.
So I'm just gonna share that script with you guys real quick. It's gonna be in the message box, and you guys can go from there.
Hey, Bruce, I got a question.
Go ahead.
How are you? I actually got invited on this call by someone else. I'm in North Carolina, or whatnot. But what do you do when you try to reach out to your upline, but you don't get a response? I really wanted to change my sponsor, but I know you have to wait like 6 months or whatever. But I really don't want to do that because I'm into helping people, and that's what I love to do. That's what made me be in the business of this. So what do you have for me to say, okay, I feel like I'm alone out here?
Where are you? In North Carolina?
I'm in North Carolina, yes.
You're not alone. There's some leaders out there. Are you plugged into Momentum to Society or Financial Leaders of America?
I'm plugged into both, yes.
Now, find out where the next event is in North Carolina. They have events in North Carolina. There are leaders in that area that are doing events. Find out where those leaders are. Harass people. Listen, I mean, I know I have people, I just don't have the time to go through it right now. But I know there's some leaders in North Carolina that are doing the business. And listen,
Alicia Gaines, she has her events in Charlotte, North Carolina every Thursday.
There you go. Okay.
So find out Alicia Gaines. She's in North Carolina in the Charlotte area.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Yes.
No problem.
Hey, Bruce.
What's up?
Oh,
I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm just starting as an agent. I started a week ago. What advice can you guys give to me? I'm kind of having trouble with, I'm 20 years old. I know that's not an excuse, but my crowd is younger. So some are interested in doing credit, and some aren't, or some just want to make money and stuff like that. What advice would you give me to getting more people attracted to what I'm posting?
Well, what I do is on my social media, I delete a lot of my friends. That's not conducive to my outcome. And I'm going to just share with you my page real quick. You can start friend requesting people that maybe have the troubles that we're looking for. So let's say, for an example, right here, I just typed in pastors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
So I'll sit here and I'll go and I click people. And I'll friend request everybody who is a pastor.
Got it.
Following me.
Yeah.
Now, when the 20 pastors add you as a friend, these are people that live in the United States, so you might want to check their page out. Let's say you get 20 people who add you, they're pastors. You go on their friends list and you add all their friends.
Got it.
Now you're kind of getting away from your crowd. You're building a new image. You're building a new crowd of people. Now don't add anybody. Add people that you might want to do business with.
Got it.
Don't add nobody who looking like, you know what I'm saying, he ratchet and stuff.
I disagree, because you never know. They may need their credit fixed. You don't need on your team to be an agent, but they possibly may know somebody that may know somebody. So never look at somebody because they have dreads or blah, blah, blah. No. Anybody can get their credit fixed if they're in the United States and have a social security.
You got a point there.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
No problem. Any last words? It's 11 o'clock. I know it's on the East Coast, but I know you guys have the train.
Yes, I have a question, Bruce.
What's up?
Yeah, you're going back to the screen that you pulled up when Malik was asking this question. I was wondering what I think I might have missed the part as far as after you get somebody on the trial run, there are people that comment on their post. You tell them to check their inbox. I did miss the part on exactly what you send them. And I'm also wondering how you get those people on the trial run. I think I missed that too.
Okay, so when I'm talking to them on the phone that want to be agent, let's just say the agent, they want to be an agent. I'm on the phone building a relationship. The first thing I do when I'm on the phone with them is I ask them this question. Before we talk about business, tell me a little bit about yourself. So we're not total strangers. That's the first thing I tell them. The next thing I do is I'll ask them, so where you're from, right? If they're like, oh, I'm from North Carolina. How's the weather? Oh, I'm from California. Oh, wow, you're from Cali? I just left from Cali. Man, I hope you're not where those fires are. Like, how's those fires go? I mean, you guys safe over there? I mean, you good? If they say I'm from New York, oh, listen, man, New York, man, what is New York known for pizza? How's the pizza up there, man? I want to try some of that pizza. Like, you want to just be relatable. Just talk. You don't want to be just a robot. You don't want to be all business. Oh, I'm from Virginia. Oh, I hear it snows up there. I'm from Florida, man. The snow is it snowing up there? Like, they'll start talking about that, and we'll start talking about the basketball team, the baseball team. You just want to just be a normal person. Stop being fake. Stop being a robot. Like, just be normal and just get to know somebody. I'm telling you, the more you try to get to know people, and then when you talk about the business, I have a 45-second presentation. And all I do is I talk facts. The name of the company we work for is called Financial Education Services. It's a credit repair franchise. Now, they have two parts, credit restoration, and they have a side of agents. Now, if you want to be an agent, that's fine. You don't have to. The one thing about it is that you don't have to fix anyone's credit. I don't fix anyone's credit. Neither will you. The company fix the credit. We have a system that sends us leads. When people contact us, we send them to the website. The company fixes the credit. We get paid. That's it. That's all I say. I keep it short and sweet. 45 seconds. Now, and I say, well, listen, before we get into it, what do you tell people who want to become an agent?
Just kidding. No, when people want to become an agent, pretty much what he said. I just use different wording. I just be like, listen, this is about credit. I'm not fixing anyone's credit. I just go, I'm so sorry. We have a service that helps fix the credit. The reason why I trust the service so much is because they have fixed my credit. My credit score has went from a 534 to now a 740 something. So basically, I'm talking about my testimonial. I'm not really talking about the company. I don't care that it's in Farmington, Michigan, unless they ask me, hey, where's the headquarters? But unless they ask, I'm not telling, because the point is to not talk a lot. The point is to ask questions. You want them to talk. Once they tell you their why, you want to use that against them. So listen, I can help you get that car. I mean, listen, this is what we got to do. And you set up a game plan. So it's not really about you exposing the business and what it is. It's really about you asking questions to see if they even qualify for your time.
That's it.
So that's it.
That's it. Like,
Bruce, excuse me, can you put the I'm sorry, I'm still laughing about the 45 seconds. Because today I did my first video in YouTube with a Spanish presentation, and it was 13 minutes, and I was so proud about it because it was short. And now you're talking about 45 seconds. I'm like, damn. I need to shrink that thing.
You got to keep it short, straight to the point. I mean, I'll kind of send to you guys
Please send us the link so we can use that. Well, yeah, 45 seconds is a lot better.
You just want to keep it short, straight to the point.
Please send that 45 thing, man, because, I mean, it saves a lot of time, bro.
Listen, that's it. I think I put it,
No, you put up the script. I'm copying all your scripts, man.
Yeah, you just want to keep it straight to the point, and then you just go into, listen, how serious do you want to, are you about making some extra money? I mean, well, what's your biggest, I'll ask them, what's your biggest bill? Is it your rent? Is it your car payment? What's your biggest bill? How much is your rent a month? So if I could show you a way where we can eliminate your rent, right? Not only for the next couple of months, but for the rest of your life, what would you say? If I could show you a way where we can get your car payment paid permanently, no more car payment, what would you say?
Sign me up. What I need to do.
So listen, you don't need a video to sign people up. It's about what you say. It's about eliminating people's problems. We're problem solvers. Listen, if I could show you a way where we can get that done, what would you say? They're going to say, I'm in. Well, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to do a trial run. We're going to start promoting the business before you join the business. So by the time you launch the business, you have a pipeline of leads that's ready to get started. How does that sound? Sounds good. You send them a post and you start talking to their clients.
Okay, Bruce, question. What do you do? Because most of the time, and I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to me, people reach out to you and they have no freaking idea what they want in life. And when you ask them, you know, like you're looking to make extra money, how much money do you need for, you know, these to be worth your time? I don't know.
So say, tell them, like, listen, like, I think $600 a week or
ask them what their biggest bill is. What bills do you have?
No, I like that because I wasn't asking for that. I was like, okay, so, you know, if you're looking for extra money, and I tell them my example, you know, I joined because I wanted to cover the childcare, and I was like $500 to $600 a month. So I was like, if I can just cover the childcare, because I was taking 40% of my paycheck anyways. So, you know, that's why I joined. But I want to know, why do you want to make extra money? And they keep like, I don't know. I'm like, oh.
When you get their bills, and you when you're qualifying them and asking them questions, you can relate. So being a mom, and if they have children, they say, oh, I have 2 kids, you're going to be like, well, you know, the cost of daycare is not cheap. So I could agree that, you know, such and such would be worth your time. Or
that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, so just find out what they have going on.
Remember, that's the purpose of being on the phone, is not to pitch the presentation. It's to ask questions to find out what their problem is. But then when you find out their problem, we carry a solution. If I can show you a way where we can help you do this X, Y, and Z, what would you say?
Yeah, because the thing is, like, people, when you get on the phone, they're like stuck up, like, oh, I reach out to you, but I really don't have that much issues, you know? And then
like, sometimes it's because they're just really shy, or they feel like they're stupid. They're not used to going to people for help. So sometimes you just have to get on their level and make them feel comfortable. So if they're Spanish, be like, start speaking Spanish. Or if they're from New York, try to, you know, really relate to them, because once you relate to them, then they start feeling comfortable and they break down their walls.
Walls. That's it.
That's pretty much it.
That happens a lot when my agents are doing 3-way calls. You know, they edify me, and then I jumped into the 3-way, and I'm trying to relate to this person. And, you know, sometimes they're hesitant, like, why am I talking to someone else?
Before you get on the 3-way with them, ask your agent, like, who are they as a person? Where are they from? Try to get key pointers and be like, hey, I heard you're from New York. Yo, like Bruce said.
Which part of New York you from?
Yeah, so you just, the whole thing is just to agree. Even if you don't even like pizza, you gonna like pizza today. Say, I like pizza. Agree with everything they say.
So find a common ground between me and them.
If we went to Africa, right? And you, listen, maybe don't speak African, right? Or I'm in a Spanish country, and everybody speaks Spanish, and I find one person who speaks English. I'm like this to that nigga. Listen, we best friends now.
You're killing me.
Because that's the person who speaks English. Listen, I'm your best friend, right? So people are drawn to people who are like them, and that's why they buy from you, because you relate. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess my point here is being like, I've been trying to like get the sale for my new agents, and I've been trying to like close these people and get them on board. And most of the time, like you say, they're trying to like, okay, wait a minute, like I'm not ready. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean you're not ready? And then I'm trying to like, you told me this and this and that, and then let's get you started. And, you know, instead of going for the trial run and like easy the way out, I'm just trying to like get the application, let's get the paperwork out of the way.
But then here's the thing: most people are gonna be they're hesitant, they're scared, they're like, why she want? I don't know. Remember, not everybody makes a decision on the first attempt. It takes 3 attempts to make a decision for most people. You know, I didn't sign up right. Well, actually, I did.
I did, and that's the problem. I'm judging everybody based on my decision.
But you're not everybody else. You know, it's kind of like dating, you know? They might have to go on 2-3 dates before they're like, all right, I really like this guy, right?
I got a quick question.
Now, the first date is just the first date. She want to make sure that, okay, I want to make sure this dude is the real deal, Holyfield. So it takes multiple exposures. It takes 3. On the 3rd exposure, they already in. They in.
Okay. Oh, guys, another thing, we have our first Super Saturday in Spanish on the 24th, and Paramount Nyack is going to be there.
Wow.
So we're gonna have our first Super Saturday in Spanish. So if you guys want the link, I'll be putting up the link in different chats, so everybody can get their Spanish prospects. I know it's 13 minutes, but there is a business presentation that I did in Spanish. So if you have Spanish speakers, like, you can send them the Spanish presentation. I'm gonna try to short it down to 5 minutes because Spanish people speak a lot, you know.
So we're gonna wrap this up. Just to let you guys know, you want to make sure you register for Vegas. Why? Because that's where you actually learn how to take your business to the next level. You actually surround yourself around people who are making the big money. Not only you get to pick my brain, but you get to pick other people's brains that are doing phenomenal in the business. We got people like Bobby Kim, who went there as an agent, barely a field trainer, and went from a year later from a field trainer to a regional vice president. Went back to his marketplace, blew it up. So if you're really serious about taking your business to the next level, you better start saving money from now, and you gotta be in Vegas.
Yeah, no excuses.
Like, no excuses. Like, there's no way you like, oh, I want to make $100,000, but yet you're not going to a training. That's like saying, oh, I want to be a doctor, but I'm not going to go to school. Like, who does that? Like, you're not going to go to school, but yet you want to be a doctor. Like, come on, team, you joke a lot. Like, get out of here with your non-serious. So I don't care what you're going through. Don't let your current situation be your permanent destination. You gotta find a way. If you got a TV in your house, listen, there's no excuse. You got a TV. You too comfortable. You need to be uncomfortable. If you got a couch, that couch need to go, because that's the reason why you're not making no money, because you're too comfortable. Yeah. Get out your comfort zone. If you can afford a TV, if you can afford PS4 for Christmas, you can afford to go to Vegas, take your business to the next level, to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, to set your family up for freedom.
Matter of fact, if you have a TV, sell that on eBay, because you don't need it. Honestly speaking, we have a TV in our house just for show. It collects dust. You know why? Because we are so busy building our business, we don't have time to watch it. I don't even know what shows exist anymore. So if you're watching TV, you're not trying to build a business. Nope. And if you're not trying to build a business, then get off of this. Thank you.
Bruce, so I have a located.
Where
would this video be located?
I'll post it in the chats. So
thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
So, quick question. Can maybe post her Instagram name so I could possibly follow her, get some tips from her, just watch what she do?
It's posted.
Sure.
Nandy Candy.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you for listening. You guys are amazing.
Appreciate it, guys. We gotta go.
Thank you.